Yet another actor from the Tamil film industry has dived into politics. This time it's superstar Vijay, lovingly called Thalapathy by his fans. Now the actor has launched his own political party, Tamizhaga Vetri Kazhagam, and vowed for fundamental political change. The party won't be contesting this year's general elections or supporting any party. However, it would contest in the 2026 assembly elections. Remember, this is not the first time an established actor from the Tamil film industry has stepped into the shoes of a politician. Vijay joins a long list of actors who switched sides. Let's take a look at some of the top names. Perhaps the biggest of them all was MGR, the celebrated superstar of the 50s and 70s. MG Ramachandran was the founder of AIADMK and was elected as the chief minister thrice. Jayalalitha, or Amma, had an eventful political career. She served as chief minister 6 times. M. Karunanidhi, the 5-time chief minister of Tamil Nadu and the icon of the Dravidian movement, was one of the most respected scriptwriters in the Tamil film industry. Vijay Kant, or Captain as he was called, formed his political party, Desiya Murupokku Dravida Kazhagam, in 2005. He had a successful political start and went on to become the leader of the opposition in 2011. Khushbu Sundar started with the DMK back in 2010. Then she joined the INC in 2014, and now she's with the Bharatiya Janata Party since 2020. She contested the state elections in 2021 but lost. Kamal Hassan, he entered politics in 2018 with his party Makkal Nidhi Mayam. He contested the state polls in 2021 and lost. Udayanidhi Stalin, he's also an actor-producer. He's a member of the Tamil Nadu Legislative Assembly and was appointed as the Minister for Youth Welfare and Sports Development in 2022. So this, of course, has been the list so far. Of course, there are some others as well who were actors or part of the Tamil film industry but joined Tamil politics later. But their journeys have been very different. Let's get more perspective on this and how Vijay's entry now changes the political landscape in Tamil Nadu. On the broadcast, I'm joined by Anurag Naidu. He's an author. Madhavan Narayanan, senior journalist, joins us. And George Kurian, political analyst, also joins us. Good evening. Namaskar to all of you. Welcome to Mirror Now. George Kurian, I would like to start with you. What are your first thoughts on superstar Vijay entering into the political landscape of Tamil Nadu?
Good evening to you, to my co-panelists on the show, and to your audience. Let me begin by saying, making a peek into the box office as an actor is different than being in politics and making a ground and room for yourself in politics, because the domain in politics is totally different as compared to acting. And I strongly believe that only time will make it clear as to what is Vijay's intention as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned. And he says, he goes on to say that he wants to give it back to the people who supported him and his fans, which is a good thing. And everybody has the democratic right to start his or her own political party. And it's also very evident that in southern states, most of the actors are backed by politicians and political parties. So that is one thing that needs to be seen as to what actions and decisions Vijay comes out with as far as his political party is concerned, because the equation in Tamil Nadu will totally change, because we all understand that DMK at this point in time, who is in coalition with the Congress party, is doing pretty well as far as the vote share is concerned. AIADMK is not doing that good. Their vote share has declined ever since the demise of Chief Minister Jayalalitha. So they are not able to cope up and come back to that strength. So what equation Vijay's political parties will make to the state of Tamil Nadu is yet to be known and seen. So we are hoping that we wish him all the best for his political dive that he has taken. Let's see how things turn out to.
Anurag Naidu, the BJP and Annamalai, of course, have welcomed Vijay into politics. How does one see his entry at this point in time? Of course, they've said that they will not be contesting the elections this time around, but 2026 State Assembly is what they're looking at.
Well, I think thank you for having me on the show, Shreya. Very interesting that development it is. There is no doubt Vijay Thalapathy is one of the really popular stars, and in the recent days is somebody who's been looked up to because of his. And one of the things about him, he's known for expressing his political views very openly, even when he was or he continues to be an actor now. But for me, what is interesting to watch would be, although they're not going to contest this election, what will be the stand of Vijay Thalapathy when it comes to the Lok Sabha elections? Whether he's going to support somebody, whether he's going to support the India Alliance or the NDA, or some kind of a filler. If he speaks something about it, I think that will be very interesting to watch out for, because right now things are not very clear about what kind of a stand. We all know that he comes from a mindset which is very close to so somebody who has been the founding members of the Tamil politics, whether it is Periyar, whether it is Anadurai. So I think it is interesting to see what kind of a political stand he takes. I'm being told that he is stitching up an alliance where probably he's looking out at a backward class inspired political movement, where he feels that the deprived section of the society have not really got their space, the due space in Tamil politics, and that's where he's going to represent. I think it's time we have to see. But also interesting, let's not forget Kamal Hassan and Rajnikant are bigger superstars than Vijay, and it's an established fact. And we know
Yeah.
what happened to the fate of MNM when Kamal Hassan got into the politics, and it was an official entry. We know how it turned out to be. We have seen how Pawan Kalyan, who entered the political fray back in 2014 from Andhra. It's been 2024. Now they're looking very strong. There are very high possibility they'll probably form the government as a part of the alliance. But it took 10 long years for him to build a party. It was close to 5% of the vote, but no seats. He himself could not win from the 2 seats that he contested. So I think the times have changed. Gone are the days when MGM or MGR, or whether even Kalingnar, that is DMK founder. So all these people, when they entered politics, the times were different. People used to follow the film stars, but I think the times have changed.
Yeah.
Now look at the kind of traction Annamalai has been able to create in Tamil Nadu. He's not a politician, he's not an actor or a film star, but he has done that with the pure content and pure hard work and pure issue-based politics that is picked up. Whether these film stars will be able to do that or not, only time will tell. Only if they do or pick up issue-based politics and they go on taking on the government based on issues, I think they will have the bright future. But otherwise, based on the stardom, I don't think that can be a deemed to be situation for winning an election.
Since you mentioned Kamal Hassan, Anurag, interestingly, back in October 2021, Vijay's this very fan association had also fought the state local body elections, and they had won 115 out of the 169 seats, leaving behind NTK and Kamal Hassan's MNM. Madhavan Narayanan, this is an interesting bit about this party that Vijay has floated. But like Anurag said, that there needs to be more than just stardom. Here's a man who has audiences, has fans, not just in Tamil Nadu, but also in neighboring Kerala, Karnataka. That fan base is spread. But also comes in the fact that a lot of political observers say that now the Dravidian politics needs to have more of an in-depth ideology, which perhaps has been lacking, and therefore we have not seen a leader as tall as MGR since MGR.
I think, Shreya, good question. But before I begin, let me correct your slides that have been shown. I'm afraid there are two big mistakes. There's a photo of M.G. Ramachandran being described as a writer, and there is a caption of M.G. Ramachandran with a picture of Kalaignar Karunanidhi, which, if you know Tamil Nadu politics, is blasphemy. They were two arch rivals. So this is not M.G. Ramachandran, this is Karunanidhi, as the slide is being shown.
Thank you, Madhavan Narayanan. We'll just correct it. Let's correct that. Yeah, let's correct that graphic.
So Karunanidhi was supposed to be
please go ahead,
acting the scripts written by, Karunanidhi was writing the scripts for M.G. Ramachandran before they fell out, and brilliantly captured in a slightly fictionalized account by Mani Ratnam in a movie called Iruvar, which may be watched on cinema, the OTTs. But let me come to your question, ideology. In fact, I was just going to discuss this with two interesting additions to it. Apart from all the actors that you mentioned, there were other actors who plunged into politics. Shivaji Ganeshan temporarily was used to be with the Congress and then floated his own party that didn't work. He simply
Yes.
withdrew. Rajnikant, as you know, simply never even got started. Bhagiraj got into politics, withdrew, and Timbu's father, T. Rajender, also has been flitting here and out. Now, the point is, there are two issues here in Tamil Nadu. One is what I call the 3I issue, the other is the 3P issue. Let's look at it so to get a very good answer to your question. The 3Is are industry, as in film industry, influence, as in the influence of the person concerned, and there are issues. So the point is that Tamil Nadu has such a robust film industry that sometimes people enter politics or use to influence politics in order to defend their industry ends. For instance, I suspect Kamala Hassan is simply not serious about his politics, but he's there as a producer and helping producers. And being a somewhat influential politician helps you help the industry. So we should always understand that everything need not be about capturing power, but could be influence in a state where film industry is a very 100 crore industry. Lots of money rides on actors, and to that extent they want it. But Vijay to me seems like a serious politician because he's saying two things. One is that he's going to end all his finished current film projects and plunge into politics. That's a big thing because it's not as unlike Kamala Hassan, he's being serious. That brings me to the 3Ps, which I call them: personality, persona, and policy. Policy is what you described as ideology. It's important to realize that M.G. Ramachandran, through his persona on screen, depicted working class heroes like the fisherman, the boatman, the rickshaw puller, so that there have been PhD theses written on MGR's use of screen persona for ideological purposes. And Karunanidhi, of course, put his ideology through his words, through his pen, and that is actually representing the DMK ideology, which began with street plays. So please let us not describe or dismiss Tamil Nadu politics as simply glamour. Many of these actors are actually living intellectuals, and which is often not recognized. And therefore, you have to really understand whether there is a persona or personality that influences masses sufficiently enough. Shivaji Ganeshan didn't have that kind of personality or persona. Whereas that brings me to the personality part. Vijay Kant did not have, combined screen persona as an upright man, army soldier, policeman, and then combined it with a personality in personal life as a generous, caring person that helped him in politics. So that brings us to the question: does Vijay have a persona or personality and policy? Now let's address the policy question first. Today he's issued a statement that suggests that he wants to end caste politics in Tamil Nadu, wants to end communal politics in Tamil Nadu, wants to end corruption in Tamil Nadu. And it's very interesting because that means you want to be all things to all people. That's a lot of hard work, and it's not easy in a state where caste is dominant. So I have my questions on that. But his screen persona has often represented, especially his recent movie Bhairava, is attacking the education mafia. So if he's going to address new issues relevant to a new generation of Tamilians, which means looking at not just simple corruption, but also education mafia and how is education policy being implemented, then he's on a winning track. So that is a policy issue that he may want to address. He has a very strong fan club base, which is going to help him. And most important, his personality is of a very nice guy. Now, the BJP has attacked him in the past for his Christian links, and there are issues that he might have to face. At the moment, he's keeping his cards close to the chest, and he's very actively saying he's only on a journey. But cut long story short, it's not as if he doesn't have assets. His screen persona as a caring romantic hero, as well as a fighter for justice, and his personality as a guy comes somewhat close to Vijay Kant. So he may be able to fill that vacuum. But Tamil Nadu, please understand, is not as much glamour struck as it's made out to be by Northerners and Western media. It's a thinking state with a lot of literate.
Madhavan, most of the southern actors have an off-screen persona of being very shy gentleman. But we'll have to see how that translates into politics. I'll have to slip into a short break right now. I'll come back to all of you after the break. Watching news at 7 on Mirror now. We are discussing on the show actor Vijay's entry into politics in Tamil Nadu. On the broadcast with me are Madhavan Narayanan, George Kurian and Anurag Naidu. George Kurian, the Congress, of course, is already in talks with the DMK regarding seat sharing, but we know that Vijay is not going to be contesting this year's elections. But for somebody who's already a player in Tamil Nadu's politics, actor Vijay's entry, how much of it does it make you anxious? How much of it makes you curious about how this will cater to the vote bank?
It's a welcome move. Everybody's free to try their luck as far as politics is concerned. It is not easy as far as acting is concerned. We all know that Vijay has given over 3 decades of entertainment to his fans, and he has been loved by his fans. But politics, as I said earlier, politics is a different domain altogether. You need to woo voters, and you have to have that extra mile, and because it's not necessary that voters will. They could be your fans, but it's not necessary that they will vote for you. It will be very important to see what constitution Vijay's political outfit has, and as he has already made it clear that he would not be contesting the 2024 Lok Sabha election, but he is keen on contesting the assembly election that is coming in 26. So as a equation, it will be very interesting to see what equation it turns out to be, and what ideological actions or decisions that Vijay stands with will be interesting to see. And as we all know that it will be also important to see who is backing Vijay, because the stand that he takes with issue-based politics or things like that. So it will be very evident and clear as to which political party is he trying to help with his political entry into politics in Tamil Nadu, and it will be also interesting to see.
Which is what leads me to my next question, Anurag Naidu. Yeah, quickly before I wrap this discussion up, Anurag Naidu, briefly, Dravidian politics we know is largely dominated currently by the AIADMK and the DMK. And therefore, a lot of people are also saying that Vijay's entry and his party is more of a, vote split instead of actually a new party strengthening the politics. How do you see it?
Well, I think, look, I have a very clear perspective on this. What kind of a damage he will do in the upcoming, state elections, only time can tell. But one thing I'm very sure, the reason why Kamal Hassan and, even Pawan Kalyan for that extent, who failed last time, is because, today running a political party is running a private limited company and a corporate enterprise. So, it's a huge machinery, huge expenses, huge, organizational setup needed to win. Now, Vijay Thalapathy cannot contest on all the seats of Tamil Nadu and become an MLA for all the seats. He need to have people who can get him elected, who can get elected and get him elected to the top seat. So how much of a belief that the existing politicians, both, you are very right, it is very polarized between DMK and AIDMK. And that's why Mr. Annamalai is fighting hard to carve his own space. And you've seen the kind of effort is required for last 4 or 5 years. Annamalai has been very, very, vehemently working towards making that space. Still, there is a lot of uncertainty. Still, we don't know what will be the vote share, but we expect it will be double digit this time in terms of percentage. But this is the time when you need to find the right winning combination. That's where the whole fight will lie.
Okay, Madhavan Narayanan, quickly then, what do you think then are the challenges for Vijay right now as he floats his new party? Like all of us agree that stardom will not equal to votes on ground. It might get you the eyeballs, it might get you the supporters, but on ground, your ideology, your work will speak. For him, what are the challenges according to you?
Let me combine the challenge and the opportunity, because both are there. Challenge lies in the fact that he wants to end the caste politics, which in Tamil Nadu is simply, unless you have some brand new way of doing it, you cannot fight caste in Tamil Nadu very easily, because this caste is very central to a lot of social justice politics. So he has to spin a new narrative. That's a new challenge. The opportunity also lies there because look at the way Tamil Nadu is now on the world economic map with everything from artificial intelligence to robotics being led by young Tamilians. If they want to shun caste, then Vijay is an excellent figure to put in new age ideas into them. But that's not sufficient because there will be still a lot of people
Okay.
who want to be wooed into something with a sort of welfare thing. And as Anurag very rightly pointed out, it's not enough to have a personality. You need a new crop of people to enter politics. Rajnikant and Kamal Haasan have failed on that front. So where do you draw your new talent from that will change Tamil Nadu in line with the statement that Vijay has put out together today? That is the challenge.
All right. With that, we'll wrap this up. Madhavan Narayanan, George Kurian, and Anurag Naidu, thank you very much to all you gentlemen for joining us on the broadcast and sharing your perspective. We'll have to see, of course, how this political journey of superstar Vijay pans out for him and for Tamil Nadu's politics. With that, we're slipping into a short break. News and updates will continue on the other side. Stay tuned to Mirror Now.